What's poppin'? My podcast fam, Luke here today with the Power Closers. Getting excited, pumped for Christmas coming up next week. And, you know, a lot of people, the week before Christmas, the week after Christmas, are kind of moaning around like, we're never going to make it. Business has got to be a slump. We might as well take off. And you see all these guys take off like the week before Christmas, during Christmas, after Christmas, halfway of January, right? And you see them, you think they're doing so well. And the problem is that they have no business. They have no work to do. So you think, a lot of times, you think you're seeing one thing, but really it's another. Not always people who take long vacations, that's the case. But I'm kind of like this. Why retire if you're not tired of what you're doing, right? And I find that a lot of people make this their little retirements for the end of the winter because they have nothing to do. And it really comes down to mindset. Because I will say this week, we have closed one of the biggest deals inside the agency is because we don't let the thought of, well, it's cold, it's Christmas, people aren't going to buy. Money doesn't go away just because it's Christmas, right? And I want to talk about, and it's kind of proving my point here today, and the title of this is, this has to happen or you utterly will fail. And I want to kind of talk about that because a lot of people give up. They throw their hands up and say, hey, you know, why even try? And they just go away. And it really defies the formula of success. And for those who don't know it, my name is Luke Guy, also known as Luke Guy Martin. I have an agency, and I am in the solution business. I'm in the solving problem business, and I've talked about it in a past podcast how, you know, people have got two paths to take. They can try to entertain the world and make money, or they can bring solutions. And the better way, the more stable way, is bringing solutions. That is the way to win. And today I want to talk about the other side of that. So I'm in a solution business, and if I can entertain at the same time, great. But at the heart of what I do is I want to actually change the listeners who are listening to me right now, and kind of just document what have I discovered the past 5 years of my life. And in those 5 years, I went from a full-time job with a family of just me and my wife, and now today I have a family of, let me count, 5. And I don't have a day job. I have my own company here at LG. Not even 30 years old. And it's all because of this, what I'm about to say. It's all about showing up. So the title of this podcast and this possible video, if you're watching this has to happen or you will utterly fail. That was the title of this. And what is that thing? And I'll get right to it. The fastest way to win is to show up every day, no matter what you're doing. And in sales, very true. You want leads to convert, you got to show up every day. You got to bring the heat. You got to bring the energy. When you're not feeling it, you still got to bring the energy. You still got to bring the heat. No matter what time it is, no matter what day it is, you got to be that hero, that role model for people. You got to show up. And I've talked about, you know, you've got the comics, right? You got the comics, DC Comics, you got Marvel, and Stan Lee. You know, I didn't know his personal life. I don't know about all that. But I do know one thing that I like about Stan Lee, one thing he did, is he kept coming back, writing stupid comics when everybody thought it was stupid, right? And it ends up becoming a billion-dollar empire because he loved doing it, and apparently so did millions of others. Same way with you. When you first start something, you're going to feel like what you're doing is absolutely stupid because it's, you know, everything has small, humble beginnings, but it's believing in the process. And really and truly, this is the pathway of success, is coming in, doing your thing, bringing value. And I've been creating content around this. I've been creating content around this idea that it's really about showing up every day. Let me ask you this. So, for example, the top players in basketball, if you was to look at their life for that week, what are they doing? They're making shots, not just every day. Some of them making shots hours every single day. And it's about showing up. And those who do better than others are the ones that show up to the court more than others. And that's what I'm saying to hear now. And you're like, Luke, well, that's kind of given. It's kind of simple. But no, I'm for real. You're not catching this. Let me tell you why a lot of people aren't catching this. Because I got caught in this too. And I'm not telling you because I'm Mr. Wonderful. I'm not telling you because because we're humans. And humans, in order for them to do something every day, it's got to be almost like a part of the DNA. And the fact is, humans are known for slacking. Humans are known for picking up one thing and dropping another. So it's against our nature to stick with something every single day besides eating, okay? That's sleeping, and a lot of other activities we do on a daily basis. Unless our body forces us, we don't. And I'm telling you, you have to control your mind. You have to control how you feel. And you've got to show up today, even if you feel like your swing is not as, let's say you're showing up to the bat today, and your swing is not what it was yesterday. You gotta keep swinging. You gotta show up to the plate, right? You gotta keep and don't get me wrong, your style is very important, right? Your skill set's very important. But let me tell you, the number one killer of careers, of business and dreams, it's not how well you perform. It's the fact you didn't show up at all. And the key thing to what I'm finding is those people, like for example, guys, in singing, in pop, and all these, you know the ones who, and I've seen this, guys. I've seen it. Like singers who will take over the market, and everybody's wanting them. Guess the ones that did the best. It was the ones who there wasn't always the greatest singers, because it amazes me. It absolutely amazes me. I've heard Elvis sing before, right? How in the world was Elvis this dude Elvis, like people, they're still in love with him, right? And we got singers today way better than Elvis was in my mind. I know that's like blasphemy to some people, but Elvis, if he came back today and tried to do that, I don't know how well he'd do. But the fact is, he showed up every day, and he that's why people loved him, because he kept coming, and he had a long game there. He played for a while, and he did the same, and he did that. And my point is not that I'm for what he did or his style of singing, but the fact that he showed up every day is why people fell in love with him. And the same thing with you. And get this, y'all, get this. Think about the boy that gets the girl. What boy gets the girl? It's not being desperate, and that's not the angle I'm coming at. It's not the one pulling at her. But, it's the boy that's always there for her. That's the one that wins. It's not the one who's got the biggest arms. It's not the one that has the, best looking skin or the darkest or the brightest hair color. It's not that. It's the guy that absolutely shows he cares for her, and the one that's there for her. That's the one that takes the girl. It's the one that comes from different angles and shows up. And I'm saying that to you. We got to show up, guys. Show up to the plate. If you are wanting, so you got to ask yourself, what do I want to be? Do I want to be a podcaster? What do I want to be? Do I want to write articles? Because in order to win, you got to push out some kind of content for people to fall in love with you. Maybe your thing is singing. Maybe your thing is whatever that is. Whatever your dream situation is, like, just ask yourself, what can I do for the rest of my days? Do that. But Luke, I don't have the audience. I can't bring the energy because I don't have this massive crowd. And let me tell you something, guys, about me. I could have, and I've done this, I've had literally 5 in the room, 10 in the room, and I've had hundreds in the room. And I bring the heat and energy because I love presenting. That's what I love to do. And it doesn't matter if there's 5 or 100, I bring the heat, right? And it sure helps when people are clapping. It sure helps when people are, they're cheering you on. That really helps. But let me tell you something. The biggest one that needs to be cheering you right now, it's not out there. It's right here. It's you. You're the biggest one that needs to be cheering you right now. And then, too, because let me tell you something. Just because you got a stadium full, there's going to be days that stadium's empty. And there's going to be days you feel like you're a nobody, and you just made a slam dunk. You just made a touchdown. You just broke records. And let me tell you, your worst days is the day after. When the adrenaline's gone, when the crowd is not there, right? It gets to a place you're addicted to that adrenaline, to that situation, and that's bad. That's actually bad. What you need to be addicted to is coming back today and just loving the swing. Just loving to present. Just loving to write. So it doesn't matter, because crowds, get it, will come and go. Your numbers will be up and down. You literally could have 10,000 readers today and have 8,000 tomorrow. And then the next week, it could be 15,000. Like, that goes up and down, like life is up and down. But what needs to be stable is your ability to come back. Your ability to come back one more time and just love the process. Love the ability that you can make one more step today. And you may think that's all a given, but what I have found and what I have seen, because I have fallen to this. I've literally put down the microphone before. I've literally stopped in other niches I've been in, like, you know what? I'm not as great as so-and-so. I don't have that skill, right? but then you find they give up and quit. And if you had kept going, it doesn't matter. It's the ones that show up every single day, baby. And if you're not doing that, you're doing yourself a big disservice. So if you're wanting the permission to go out and make something happen, this is your day with 0 people. The only person that needs to be cheering you on right now is you. And at the end of the road, at the end of the day, the only person that needs to be cheering you is you. And if you learn to be content with yourself and to be content with what you've created today, you're going to find that thousands will feel the same way. It's just about finding those people who like your style. And you put it out there. And of course, you got to promote. I'm all about publishing and promoting and pushing. You got to have a marketing game. But you know the biggest marketing game? It's just showing up today. That is most of the work. And not just doing it every other day or every other week or every other month. Show up every day. You eat every day, right? You sleep every day. Imagine if you didn't sleep for 2 days. What would that do to you? It would almost kill you. And some of you video gamers who do that, you're insane. Filling your bodies with Red Bull, sleeping like never or hardly, and it feel like that's insane. You got to do it. You got to show up every day. My point is, you got to show up every day. And if you want to win, show up every day doing what you love to do. Push out to an audience, and you'll do very well. And you're like, Luke, I'm a plumber. What in the world are you talking about? That's okay. Push a message out there, because it comes down to it. That's what people are going to come to you, and it's because they love you. They love you, and it's because you showed up and you built a relationship like that girl. So hopefully that helps you today, helping you to close bigger, faster, or more easily, and helping your business turn to a marketing laboratory. I'm hoping I'm helping you guys today, and I just want to say you guys have a good one, and let's talk soon. And hopefully I do what I'm talking about, and I show up every day, right? Whether it's on social media, podcasts, and whatever that thing is, it's all about showing up today, and that's what we got to do together, guys. Not easy, but if you make it a part of who you are, you're going to do well. So, guys, thanks so much for listening. Let's talk real soon.